The Mexican cartel-fueled opioid crisis, the importance of the U.S.-Mexican border, and the continued violence in the city of Chicago, of course. Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark, also the author of the new book, which we recommend to you, Cop Under Fire, Moving Beyond Hashtags of Race, Crime, and Politics for a Better America. Sheriff, it's always great to see you, and congratulations on the new book. Again, we recommend it to everyone, of course. Let me turn to the issue of the drug traffic in this country. Methamphetamines, marijuana, heroin, cocaine have been coming across this border for decades. The source of the majority of those drugs coming into this country. If you would, I'd like you to listen to FBI Director James Comey on that subject in this soundbite for everybody at home.
Mexican drug traffickers have gotten into the heroin business, have shortened the transportation lines by bringing heroin from South America, Central America to Mexico, packaging it, and then bringing it into the United States.
It sounds as if, and I know it can't be, but it sounds as if the FBI has just figured that out. Your reaction to the FBI Director's statement?
Sounds like a little late to the party. President Trump understands the seriousness of it. DHS Secretary John Kelly understands the seriousness of it. They have a sense of urgency about it. The Congress doesn't seem to. They seem to be dragging their feet. Look, Lou, the southern border is a sieve. They're going to have to seal that damn border for domestic security issues, national security issues. The heroin, the drug cartels operating freely across the border is a domestic security issue. But if you don't seal the border, doesn't matter how many, President Trump understands this, as does Secretary Kelly. Doesn't matter how many people you deport, they're going to find their way back in. So one of the sources of this stuff getting into the country, we have a opioid epidemic in this country. It's at a crisis level. People are dying every day. American citizens are dying every day. And so there has to be a renewed sense of urgency about stemming the tide. This has gone on for too long, obviously. They're also going to have to look at the way some of these painkillers are dispensed by American doctors, how freely this stuff is given out. So there's a number of things that has to be done, but it has to start with sealing the border. And if, short of doing that, you're kind of just spitting into the wind.
And we've been spitting into the wind, as you say it, for some time in this country, refusing to acknowledge the importance of border security, to controlling that border, to stop drug trafficking, human smuggling. It is rancid with corruption on both sides of the border, and no one wants to talk about it, but that's the reality. To your point, President Trump is the only leader who has vowed to fight those cartels in North America, period. He is not only the first American president to take them on, he is the first to do so in this hemisphere. It's astounding.
It really is, but he is going to get this done, and I'm glad to see that that he did put John Kelly, not former but retired Marine General, in charge of the Department of Homeland Security, who has experience with the Southern Command, the southern border, some of the border nations to the south there. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some planning, but they do understand the nature of it. The big problem right now, it isn't the president, it's not the White House, it's not DHS, it's the Congress. They've been fooling around with this for the last 30 years, tiptoeing around the issue, making believe that they're doing something. The former president of the United States, Barack Obama, kept telling us that the southern border is secure. It is not secure. So the sooner we get down to business here, the better off this country is going to be.
Yeah, we knew President Trump wasn't the problem. We know he's the solution, as are you, Sheriff David Clark. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. And the sheriff's new book is Cop Under Fire. We recommend it to you highly. Up next, President Trump endorsing a GOP replacement bill as conservatives rebel.
Obamacare is collapsing, and it's in bad shape. And